Right then, we edged a gritty, aka boring, 1-0 win over Fulham. There was some tactical discipline to it. There was a hell of a slice of luck, which did prove decisive for us with Martinez's strike. But let's dive into the key tactical and statistical elements of the game, and we'll look at every single player and give them our ratings as we go through as well. Starting with the keeper and working our way through the team like we always do. Now then, let's talk about the defensive structure. United's defence probably was the foundation of the entire performance. It was compact, and the shape totally minimised Fulham's chances. Probably standout performances from both Maguire and Martinez. In the midfield, we leaned heavily on Ugarte's ability to be combative and disrupt Fulham's possession game. He struggled with what was a decent Fulham midfield, to be fair to him. Bruno, despite his usual kind of creative role, did struggle with turnovers, but he did work hard defensively, and I thought his positioning was pretty good at times as well. Offensively, we managed just 4 shots and we relied on transitions to create any sort of openings. That was where the boring came from, I think, when it came to what United were doing with the ball. We just lacked any sort of decent, sort of consistent, dangerous intent. Fulham's press did trouble United early doors. It forced some turnovers and it did limit some progression, but their inability to convert what was early dominance, if you can even call it that, hurt their chances of doing anything in the game. So with Onana then, Onana's ball-playing ability is a strength of his. But in the last since Amarim's come, his ball playing is baffling. He struggled with the high press from Fulham. He only got completed 50% of his passes, 20 out of 40. 5 out of 25 long balls. Him going long at the moment is not an asset to us. It's just horrendous. He did occasionally invite pressure, I thought, by holding onto the ball too long at times, possibly from a lack of options. But despite that, he did command his box quite well during the set plays, and there were some clear instructions to the back line. Wasn't forced into any saves, really, because of Fulham's just complete inefficiency in the final third, but he did deal confidently with some crosses and also high balls. The passing inaccuracies did cause a few nervy moments, particularly in the first half, but he was an important part of the team defensively, and he did help initiate at least one counter-attack. Quiet night, but the passing has got to be better. So 6 out of 10 for Onana for me. Lisandro Martinez, 8 out of 10. He was a leader at the back. He made crucial last man tackle. He contributed with 4 clearances, 3 tackles, real good positional awareness. Won 5 out of his 7 duels, and I thought was quite successful in reading Fulham's attacking patterns. 92% pass accuracy, 55 out of 60. That included 3 accurate long balls. Helped us get out from defence into attack. He obviously had a deflected goal, which was pretty lucky, but it highlighted a willingness to get involved higher up the pitch. Ultimately, it was the match winner, 8 out of 10. Maguire, I thought that was one of Maguire's better games. He led the back line with 11 clearances. There were 6 blocked shots, 3 tackles. He was dominant in his aerial duels, 7 out of 10 won. And he was frustrating for Fulham, especially during set plays. His composure on the ball was nice, 97% pass accuracy, 56 out of 58. There was a lot of sideways in there, but I don't mind it at times. He did contribute 2 accurate long balls, and he stepped into midfield sometimes when needed. So 8 out of 10 for Harry Maguire as well. Matthijs de Ligt, 5 clearances, 5 block shots. It was solid, not as dominant aerially as Maguire or as good on the ball as Martinez, but he was effective in cutting out what Fulham were trying to do, and he kept the defensive line compact. 34 out of 39 passes, 87% pass accuracy. There was composure to the build-up, 2 accurate long balls from him as well. His ability to kind of distribute under pressure really helped relieve some moments when Fulham were on top. 7.5 out of 10. Not quite on the same level as the other 2, but certainly steady enough. Dalot, 6.5, and it's probably his best performance in a while, and that's bad that it was a 6.5. 5 clearances, 2 tackles, 1 interception. Defensive awareness was decent. Kept Anthony Robinson quite quiet. 92% pass accuracy, 34 out of 37. Didn't really see him providing too much of an outlet going forward. It was very much a defensive first. Totally lacked any sort of ability in the final third, which is what marks him down. There was only one attempted cross, and that didn't get completed. He did maintain the width, but he didn't provide anything from that area. So, like I said, 6.5 out of 10 for Delo. Mazraoui, 2 tackles, 1 interception, won 3 out of 6 of his duels. Good physicality from him, some good dribbles with him. His passing was solid, 24 out of 28. Like I said, completed 2 dribbles. Didn't really provide anything meaningful going forward. I'm going to say 6.5 out of 10 for him, same as Delo really as well.
Listen, I know that you know that I know that you know, and we all know what Manscaped is all about. It's about trimming your hedges, about keeping your gear in check. But listen, they've gone one better. There's no more mixing up your face trimmer and your ball trimmer. They have got the beard and balls bundle. They've got the lawnmower 5.0 for the downstairs business, and they've got the beard hedger for the moneymaker up top. That's right, separate tools for separate jobs. So sort your life out. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code Howson, that's Howson, at manscaped.com. Listen, nobody wants to see your bits looking like a bad Team America beard. Fix it up, look sharp, stop butchering yourself while you're at it. It's 20% off and free shipping with the code Howson at manscaped.com. Get it done, and someone might want to touch your cock.
In midfield, Ugarte. I thought Ugarte was a bit of a beast, to be honest. 7 out of 11 duels, 6 tackles, totally disrupting Fulham's rhythm, consistently broke up play, consistently forced errors. He was aggressive, and that led to 3 fouls as well as a booking. But his passing was pretty efficient as well. 91% pass completion, 41 out of 45. No creativity, no key passes, no significant progressive plays. But that's not what he's in the team for. 7.5 out of 10, I would say. Tireless. Alongside him, Bruno. I thought Bruno worked hard defensively. It was 3 tackles, 1 interception. He was dribbled past once, and he did give the ball away quite a lot as well, 21 times in total. The creativity was muted, only 1 key pass out of all of that, only 3 out of 10 accurate crosses. 77% pass accuracy is pretty standard for him, to be honest with you. But set pieces caused problems for Fulham, so 7 out of 10 for Bruno. If he's going to play in that deeper role, he's got to look after the ball a little bit better. If we can start seeing him get into like the 85 to 90 kind of range in terms of his passing, sometimes you've just got to keep the ball and work it. Don't have to go forward every single time that you get it. But I think that was all right. 7 out of 10, I think, for Bruno. In the forward line then, Amad Diallo, again, our most creative forward. Completed only 1 out of 2 dribble attempts. He combined well in terms of link up with Delo, but his decision making actually in key moments let him down. It was unfortunate with the offside goal. There was this much in it, and it was a real nice bit of play from him. It would have been a good goal, but he did contribute defensively. 1 clearance. He pressed hard. He won 4 out of 9 of his duels. 7 out of 10, I think, for him there. It was bright, but not the level that he's played at recently. Garnacho. He was direct and energetic as usual, but he only completed 1 out of 3 of his dribble attempts. 45 touches didn't result in any key chances for anybody. Again, the decision-making in the final third is inconsistent. First couple of minutes of the game, he's marked 3v1, and he still tries to get a cross off, and you just think, those are the times where this is why I'm expecting you to start learning things. If you've got 3 players on you, somebody, potentially 2 people, are in space, and they're not marked. That's when you have to recognise what's going on and try and find somebody else with an easy ball. Someone else is in a better position and can probably see someone else that's able to make something happen. Forcing it when you're 3v1 is dumb. And I thought that kind of epitomised his performance. It was toothless. Obviously, there was energy, but it's a 6 out of 10. Rasmus, I'm going to call it frustrating, but you all know there's something behind the eyes here that's telling you it was a little bit more than frustrating. 2 out of 10 of his duels, he's just not fucking good enough. Didn't link up with his midfield. He pressed hard, but he completely lacked in his defensive duels, his offensive duels, and getting on the ball. So 4 out of 10. It's not good enough. In terms of the subs, Collier made a match-saving clearance off the line in the dying moments. Brilliant. Limited involvement, though. He only completed 3 passes, which actually, considering he was only on the pitch a matter of minutes, is half as many as we saw Højlund complete. So there is that. 7 out of 10. It was impactful, even if he didn't really do a lot. What he did was massive and kept the 3 points for us. Xerxes, he added a little bit, but he didn't win any of his 5 duels, and he had minimal touches, so he gets a 5.5. Menu, again, limited involvement. It was nice, but there was energy to it, and it looked like there was a little bit of quality to it. But I can only give him a 6, really, because it was too brief to make any sort of level of impact. In terms of the gaffer, I thought it looked like he tried to go for defensive stability, and it did pay off. We got 3 points, right? There's got to be tactical evolution, though, and there's got to be a bit more risk in how we play. Substitutions provided a little bit of spark and did well for us. I've missed out on Yoro, haven't I? Yoro, we're giving Yoro a 7. It was 13 out of 13, and it was a good little cameo from him, probably his best performance. So 7 out of 10 for Yoro. And back to Amarim, 7 out of 10. It was pragmatic, but there's got to be a bit more risk and a bit more attacking solution from him. It was functional, certainly was not inspiring. The defensive resilience of Martinez's goal is enough to get the points, but we've got such lack of fluidity in attack. It's very, very, very worrying. But that's how I saw the game. Please let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one. Laters.
Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, 5-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it, then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.